What's going on, guys? It's Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. Today I have the brand new Luxe Idol versus the Planet Eclipse CS3.
And Wax is the best source for paintball marker comparisons.
That is lonewolfpaintball.com, of course. So if you've seen any of these before, we've got two high-end big dogs up on the table. We're going to cover it from barrel all the way down to the ASA, and we're going to go just comparison versus comparison. Which one do you want me to start with, Mark?
Well, I want to first know why you said big dogs and you didn't bark. You weren't like, these two big dogs. Woof, woof, woof. There we go.
Let's go. You like it?
Yeah.
Here you go. You got to give Mark what he wants. All right, so
let's start at the barrels, work our way down. Start with CS3.
Start with the CS3.
Oh,
okay.
you went for the. You thought I was going to say Lux.
Yeah, I was going for the newest one. So we got the S63 barrel, three-piece barrel here, 14.5 inches, I do believe. So you've got your tip, you've got your barrel back, and then you've got the power inserts. And these power inserts are available in multiple different sizes, depending on, you know, what paint you're shooting, what part of the country you guys are in, what local fields, paint, whatever field paint you're using, I don't know. But you can buy different inserts. You don't have to settle for one. So three-piece barrel, 14.5 on the Planet Eclipse CS3. And let's go over to the Luxe Idol. Take a look at what we're rocking here. Brand new barrel, updated. Hasn't been updated since 2008, so it's definitely time to do so. So you've got a 14-inch barrel there. I'll set the gun down. So once again, this is also a three-piece style. You've got your tip, you've got your barrel back, and then you have your Freak XL insert. And once again, these are also available in multiple different sizes depending on what paint you guys are shooting. So they're not very expensive. Get yourselves the correct insert for the best accuracy possible out there on the field. So three-piece. I should mention the barrel threads on the CS3 are autococker, and these are Luxe specific. So we'll go there. Mark, where do you want to head to next?
Ooh, can I look at feed necks and levers?
Feed necks and levers. Well, you're going to be really excited to know that both of these, this has a nice textured and gripped thumb screw and a locking lever as well. So I like that, depending on what size hopper you guys are using, because if you're Spire 5 versus an R2, some of the feed necks are a little bit thicker or thinner, depending on which one it is. But either way, you got a thumb wheel to tighten or loosen it, and then you've got your locking lever to lock that sucker on down. The Idol actually does have a nice little groove here to prevent that lever from sliding up and down. So it's got a built-in groove, and that lever locks in real nice. And then over here on the CS3, you're going to see something extremely similar. You've got the thumb wheel, and boom, and then you have your locking lever over here to actually clamp it down and make sure it goes in spot. And it is similar. They just kind of reversed it here. This one, Mark, can you, let's see, I'm going to tighten it a little bit and see. Look on the actual lever itself. It has a groove, and it locks into the feed neck. So they kind of reversed it, but either way, so that lever, when you lock it in, isn't sliding up and down. Cool feature. I like it.
Oh, let's do eye covers while you got it up.
Okay, we're talking eye covers. I'll keep this one in my hand. Eye covers on this CS3. You're going to slide the cover off completely toolless, and then eye covers, you can slide that forward and simply maintenance or take this sucker right on off. No tools needed whatsoever. Access to your detents and a spare detent included as well.
There's a spare on both sides?
That's actually a good question. I would assume so. Yeah, there's a spare on both.
Well, hot damn.
Well, hot diggity dog. Planet Eclipse really thinking this one through. And battery compartment while I'm in here. This one is powered by two AA's that sit right here in the front grip. So we're going to slide that sucker back on. And Mark, I don't have my dental pick with me, but I will just let the people know that we're talking eye covers. The eye covers on the Idol, they are completely toolless and magnetic here. So you can simply, there's a little press button there. You can get those suckers off. And if you have any sort of nails, which I don't, because it's a bad habit, I bite them, but you can take these eye covers off completely toolless and do any maintenance or cleaning that you need. And sadly, I don't think these come with extra detents on the inside. I really don't.
Huh. How often do you change your detents, out of curiosity?
I mean, depending on, I guess, how much you're playing, really. Once they get low, if you guys are starting to notice balls kind of breaking into the front of your barrel, it's time to change your detents. I mean, normally it would take a lot of cases of paint to be shot through a marker to change the detents, or sometimes they even get shot out because they are only rubber. So just always make sure if you guys are having any balls, you know, going down into the barrel before you're actually shooting the marker, it's time to change or maintenance your detents for sure.
All right. Anything fancy about the front grip of that Luxe since we already covered
Anything
the front
fancy
grip?
about the front grip of the Luxe? Yeah, they've added a little bit more front texture here, kind of a better hold there. It's still metal, so I mean, if you got good gloves on, hopefully your grip isn't going to be slipping when you're holding here. And on the inside, if you can look in this region, they've got textured lines in here for better handling as well during muddy or rainy conditions. So they've got some extra grooves that are sitting in this region on the new Idol. And as for, I know, Mark, we kind of talked about this previously. I definitely like the front grip. The ergonomics in this are great, but PE, obviously, sticking with, it's a rubberized and textured grip on this. So this is plastic and not metal. It's got a nice, good feel, and it doesn't feel like you're going to slip. Obviously, if you're wearing gloves, not going to be a factor whatsoever, but it's cool that, you know, you've already got a grip that you don't have to lather a bunch of tape on the sucker. So I know that you like that, Mark. You like the rubberized grip rather than just the, you know, straight metal that people are probably going to put tape over anyways.
Yeah, don't tape your guns.
He does not. He does not like tape.
Yucky. How about who's got a bigger like grip area for in there between the guard and the front grip and trigger areas? I really need to be able to walk.
You want to see?
They're pretty similar.
Are you talking in here or in here?
Both.
Okay, so I feel like the Luxe is a little bit is out more. That Idol is out more. You can got a little bit more room in here, but as for the trigger frame area, I mean, they're pretty, yeah, I feel like they're
the
pretty
Luxe
similar.
is a little bit bigger, but not by much. I mean, not enough that it's going to be a difference, I think.
No, yes, some guns out there, I'm not naming any names, but you can barely get a good like, trigger walk in there. Speaking of the trigger area, you've got a 5-point adjustable rake style trigger on the CS3 here versus a shallow, a couple adjustment points on here, but like a shallow deuce trigger on the actual Luxe Idol. So that little hump here compared to your flat like blade or rake style trigger on the CS3. Let's go.
You want to do
bolts?
Bolt? Yeah, bolt work.
Bolt systems. OP core, the overpower core on the Planet Eclipse CS3, operating right around 100 PSI. This one has been upgraded from their previous models of like the 180R and the other G-Techs to handle brittle tournament paint better, which is nice. I like that. Operating pressure right around 100, so it keeps it nice and light on that brittle paint. But you got the Idol that comes out swinging as well. I believe operating pressure on the Idol is around 110, but this bad boy has 5 new components compared to the TM40, and this one is also meant for brittle tournament paint. So obviously you got two big dogs going head to head. I want to see like the bolt. Let's go over top. I mean, yeah, pretty similar in length, it looks to be.
You see any patent infringements?
No, I'm not looking for any of that. I don't want that smoke. But yeah, you got the OP core over here, and you got the new Idol core here. 5 different components on this bad boy. And operating pressure, you're talking within around 10 of each other. Not a huge difference whatsoever.
Yeah, both super efficient markers.
Indeed, would agree. Speaking about this, we're talking frames, bolts. While I had the bolt out, it made me think of the toolless frame here. You can undo this and then undo the back latch when you got the bolt out, and your frame you could put a mechanical frame on this bad boy. So it's...
I was going to get there.
You were?
Yeah, because I was curious about upgrades and interchangeability. Like, is that Luxe Idol compatible with the TM40 mechanical frame?
No, they're coming out with their own mechanical frame for the Idol.
Soon.
So coming soon, but completely toolless to drop the actual frame compared to your Planet Eclipse CS3. There are a couple, screws you're going to have to take out, this one and then the one up in the front grip area, but it's only 2 screws, not the end of the world, to be able to switch this to a mechanical frame as well.
Now, I'm trying to remember when you drop the frames to put on the mechanical, because there's a mechanical for the CS3 as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was there a wire in one of them that you have to disconnect, but not in the other, or is that a different marker?
The same. Yeah, they've done like their modular enhancements. Speaking of that, we're going to go to the board next. We're going to go board versus board, which a lot of people would like to see. So you've got the CS3, turning it on with the middle button. And as you can see on there, this one's got the MME, the modular electronic package in here, Bluetooth capable, connected to one of their ePortal apps, and you guys can do fine tuning on the CS3. And that's what the screen looks like in the back of the marker. And then we're just going to turn that sucker right on off and go on over to, as they say by DLX, the best high resolution screen in the game. So we're going to turn that bad boy on.
Powering on. Welcome to the Luxe Experience.
Welcome to the Luxe Experience.
60% firing mode, NXL.
So you got the nice screen there in the back. This is full color. And if you guys want to do any charging or battery replacements, you've got this. Was this plate going to be able to come off for me? Let's see. You got this plate completely toolless in the back, which you guys can take off, and then you guys can charge it, replace your battery, and then you see it says idle with your serial number on there. So I like that Luxe made that toolless, and then you guys have access to that with just a simple pull. So,
don't remove your battery while the gun's powered on.
Would not recommend, no. I guess we're going to go to the ASAs then, huh? We did barrel, feed neck, grip, bolt, trigger, eye covers, board.
Yep, batteries in the front grip of the CS3. They're in the back of grips with the...
Yeah, you got a lithium battery back here. You got 2 AA's up front there. Yeah, I mean, we went barrel to... Okay, and we're talking... I got the idle in my hand, so here we go. You've got a stainless steel flip lever here in the bottom. So they've definitely upgraded that from the previous TM40. And when you guys actually have this thing on a marker stand, now you guys can get in there and engage or disengage your air compared to the old model where you really couldn't. So now this lever is stainless steel. And we're going to be looking at the CS3 now. We got the POPs ASA, boom, and then you can push that forward. And to engage the air, you're going to be sliding that back. And that's it. This is the idle, and it's the CS3, and you're going to get them both at LomoPaintball.com.
See ya.